Okay, here's what we're gonna do for this stiff rig that I was talking to you guys about. So, as you can see, I got a single strand May-Lin and I've measured it out and then I folded in half. I'll use something like this to make that bend, that hairpin. Okay, so you'll put that in your hook. Okay, like that, and then you want to have your leader cut ready to go. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll put my crimps on first, just so they're on the line. And you want to use one size bigger on the crimp because you're going to fit the wire in there too. Okay. All right, watch this. So now I'll come up. Hope this is coming out okay. And you got to make sure that your wire, your hairpin, is in between the mono. Very, very important. Okay, see how I have that? Keep it in the middle, all the way in the middle, and then that'll help your twist when you go to do your twist. Don't want it on the outside of the mono. Okay? And then you slide this thing over. Okay, see what's happening? And I'll slide it all the way down. Okay, and then I'll take my other crimp. Okay, I'll slide it up. And again, you gotta align the wire in the middle of the two pieces of mono. So there's two strands, because you hairpin it, there's two pieces of wire, and then there's the mono, and then that slides right over. Now another thing you gotta, well, I'll show you that in a minute. So watch this. So now I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna crimp. You've gotta have a bench crimper or a friend to help you with a regular crimper, but this one, this keeps it, you know, it keeps it right there where you need to be. All right, now watch this. I'm gonna crimp it. I'll crimp this one all the way down, okay? So now we're looking like that. Oops, hold on here. My other one came off. Okay. You kind of gotta feel it with your fingers to get it in. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll turn it around and I want the hook towards me. And I'm gonna put this in, okay, and I'm gonna pull it all the way through. What you don't want, let me show you what you don't want. You don't want the wires sticking out of the crimp, because that'll rub and wear that out, okay? So when you put it in, make sure the wires are inside the crimp. And basically what I'm doing right here is I'm using the bench crimper to hold this. And I'm gonna give it a half a squeeze. And look, it holds it right there, okay? So now, this is what you're looking at. Okay, and then you take it and you twist it like that. Okay, so I can't do it while I'm holding the camera. So let me show you. Oops, my wires popped out. So, okay. You gotta make sure, my wires popped out, so you gotta, what you wanna do is you wanna just make sure it's biting down. So now watch, you saw how I'm gonna twist it? Look at this, I'm twisting it, okay, from the hook, and the bench crimper is actually holding it in place for me, okay? So you can see that, see how the crimps are nice and even, okay? And now I'll hold it, okay? And then I'll give it that full crimp. Okay, and then I'll do the other side, you know, just your normal, however you guys normally crimp, right? Okay, and you can cut this tag. You guys know how to, you can either cut it flush or leave a little bit hanging out and then make sure you can melt it down like you always do, or like I always do anyways. Okay, now you'll take a piece of heat shrink, Okay. Now here, when you're doing this heat shrink, you got to be careful. Your heat gun is not, see that? See what we got? Make sure your heat gun is not on high, okay? Because you got to be very, very careful you do not melt that mono, all right? And that's what gives it, gets rid of the broken elbow effect right there. So look at this. Takes a little longer because it's not on high, but you don't melt your mono. Look at that. And there it is. Voila. Now what you can do, okay, is, I'll show you. I have all of them made up for 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, and even some of my bigger lures, right? The only difference is I'm using 380 pound Maylin right here, or I'm sorry, AFL or Maylin, but it's that single strand, bigger hook, and 500 pound mono. But look how stiff that is. Okay, the hookup, and then it's all one thing. Now let me show you. This one has a fish on it. We caught a blue on this the other day, and it was about a 250 pound blue, nothing crazy, but no issues whatsoever. I mean, the line was a little messed up, but anyways. So anyways, guys, I hope that works out. It's great. I've loved it. The hookup ratio's been awesome, and it's cheaper than using swedges and 49 strand and poking your fingers and everything else. So give it a shot. Hit me up for questions. Thanks.